And a happy Saturday evening to all of you joining us on Facebook and YouTube. We're so glad that you've invited us into your home tonight. Tonight, we're going to dedicate our show to the honor and memory of one of our dearest friends, Miller County's own Sheriff Scott Worsley, who passed away this week. He was born in 1970, 50 years old, and he was a good man. And we remember our sheriff tonight. Want to tip our hat to Queasel. Queasel did an excellent job yesterday speaking at his funeral and did an outstanding job honoring the man that Scott Worsley was and a friend of ours. And boys, I don't know if y'all remember this or not, but Scott bought tickets to our very first show that we ever had at the Olive Theater in Donaldsonville, Georgia. When we went out on our own, he was in the audience in our very first show. He loved us, he watched us, and he was our friend. I do believe that, and I'm glad to honor him tonight and do this show in his honor and his memory. And we welcome all of you tonight to our Saturday night show, Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show, and we hope you've had a great week. Charlie, take it away.
All right. Great to be with everybody tonight. Glad you felt like joining us. We ask that you kind of hit the like button and also hit the share button where that many more folks can see. You know, speaking of your sheriff over there, it looks like it's a never-ending type run right in the last few months of losing good friends and very honorable people. And this week I lost another good friend in the wrestling business. Tracy Smothers passed away after a 2 or 3 year bout with cancer. He fought a very hard fight, and one of the nicest guys you'd ever meet. Lost him this week. All right. I want to take this up with Floyd to start with. He's the one that told all the things about the country club fees that were paid by you folks over there as Honorable Sanford Bishop. Well, I want you to know, old Sanford done come across the river. I don't know if he floated it. I don't know if he came across in a car or flew over, but he come over with a sack of money for the folks over here in the media business in Southeast Alabama. Oh. And everything Floyd said has to be a lie. This is the man who single-handedly got us our stimulus checks.
Oh, mercy.
Hallelujah.
Wow. Glory.
He and he alone has formed the food banks over there who have fed the hungry during this crisis. And
cast the bread on the water. Cast the bread on the water.
And he, along with Joe Biden and Kamala, that woman is running with Biden. The three of them are going to create a new beginning in this country.
Regulate my mind. Regulate my mind.
So Floyd, that man has done so much for, I mean, even us here in Alabama. He got the stimulus checks.
I'm telling you.
He done it all.
I apologize, old Sanford. I didn't know he'd done all that. I ain't heard him. I hadn't seen any effects of it yet. But yes, so
did you get a check, Floyd?
My question would be this: what he done to assist Donald Trump in making this a better country? That's another one of them short list.
Not one.
But anyway, hey, you know how they are. You know them old politicians, man. They can't help it. They can't help it. They put a lie in there when the truth is fit better, but truth ain't in a bunch of them.
He is on that doofus. Doug Jones is all over the media. John Ossoff, one of y'all's over there.
He's Georgia man. They ain't spending money in Alabama. I reckon we want to get them Alabama dead folks to vote for them.
I guess so. Got to be something like that. But we down to the last few days, boys. And we had a good time over here in Dothan today, Floyd. I didn't even know about it. It wasn't really publicized that well. And I'm not pointing any fingers, but you know the media ain't going to tell you a whole lot about a Donald Trump parade that's going to happen around the Ross Park Circle. This media over here ain't going to do nothing but what somebody in some faraway town tells them to do. And I didn't know about it last night. And, we'll show a little something on that a little bit later on. But man, there were all kind of vehicles, motorcycles, Jeeps, pickup trucks, cars, SUVs coming around the circle. And all of them had Trump flags and blowing horns and having a good time.
Good deal, man. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, we got some video footage that'll be coming up a little bit later in the show on that.
Good deal.
Floyd, you've had a good week?
Yeah, I had a good week, man. I done all right. I've been blessed. I had to go to the doctor to see about my old knee. Monday got a knee problem, like old universal joint, like on old peanut picker where it go to rattling. You hear it rattling first, right before it comes out completely. And mine's rattling, so I've been going to get me some shots and going to physical therapy and doing all them things that you got to do, just try to stay active, try to stay healthy. I want to keep rolling, man. I want to keep going as long as I can. I've been blessed so far, and so I had a good week, man. I had a good week. Everything's good. Got no regrets. No regrets this week.
Queasel.
Yes, sir.
How about you, sir?
Well, it's been all right, Ray. Marvin said I lost a good friend, and but that's something we all got to do one day. And he was ready. He's in a better place than I am. So he had all his business in line. The things that matter, he had lined up just like they need to be. So I'm good with that. And been a pretty good week. I ain't got nothing to complain about too much. I'm a little disturbed about hearing that our politicians is coming over to Alabama, helping y'all, we're in Alabama, but I'm just glad to know he helped somebody.
Yeah.
Because I ain't seen one thing he's done for Miller County. Just me thinking now.
Oh boy,
I'm glad he's helping y'all. It makes me feel a little better about the situation.
He tells another story on the radio. Let me say this: Lee Scott is watching right now up in Birmingham, Alabama. And Lee, if you get a chance a little bit later on, give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. Lee got a new kidney this week and went through the operation good. He's already out of the hospital, staying in a hotel, having some tests every few days, I'm sure, to monitor. But he's not even hospitalized right now. So we're a lot of folks prayed for that, and very good outcome. We appreciate it. By the way, Don Clements says Roll Tide 20-0. Auburn won 48-11 over LSU.
Man, the wheels run off LSU, hadn't it?
That don't sound like they do it.
All of them's off. Who did Alabama play?
They're playing.
Who did Alabama play?
Mississippi State.
Right now.
What about the Bulldogs, Georgia Bulldogs? What they do?
They won.
They won. We won. It weren't pretty, but we won.
Yeah, we won.
I ain't watching no game today. I've been busy out there rotating the air in my tires.
Well, I'm glad you did that. Yeah. You did.
You siphon any gas?
I ain't siphon no gas. I used to siphon gas when I was a youngin', but I ain't siphon none lately.
It makes you get better gas mileage there, Floyd. If you change the air, if you rotate.
What I was doing this afternoon, I didn't see no football game, but I rotated air in my tire.
Now what he's doing is he's cooking a grill full of chicken quarters and hamburger patties and ain't invited. No, if he and Nadine eat, let me tell you what, there was 4 on each side of the grill. I think we're talking about 8 chicken quarters. Am I correct?
I think it was like 6 or 7, something like that. They were good size though. They were kind of extra large.
I've been striking distance, and it ain't but he and Nadine, and I saw 5 or 6 hamburger patties about that thick a piece going on the grill.
But see, we got to eat next week. We got to have it next week. You got to have you better be stocked up, man. Ain't no telling what's fixing to happen here about Wednesday. They may not even be no electricity Wednesday nowhere in the United States of America. So y'all better be ready. Y'all better be prepared. You better learn how to cook outside on your grill there with some wood. Heat you some water. Hello.
I saw a buddy of mine on Facebook this week Wes Morgan he moved over to Andalusia, and they had the effects of the big blow over there, so he didn't have no power. And he was making coffee, Floyd.
Yeah.
On a Weber grill, had a
That's
fire
right.
going, and an old timey percolator.
That's right. That's how you do it. That's what we done at the Big Michael blowed through here. Everybody else in the southwest Georgia and southeast Alabama and northwest Florida done. We done the best we could do. We get it up under the carport. We get it up under the carport here at my house. Freezer locker I didn't have no generator. Freezer locker electricity out. We got a hold of folks. I don't know how many folks was eating up under my carport there. We taking stuff out of the freezer locker before it run, man. Let's eat it. Hell, let's share it. We call folks. They'd come over there. Some widow women and all come in there. And that's what you do. That's a blessing to be able to do that.
All right, boys. We got Rita Mock watching. We got Colonel Joe Watson said get her done in Alabama. April Bryant and Bainbridge watching. Sharon Griswold from Columbia, Alabama. Some of the sheriff's family and his wife, Scott Worsley's family, is watching us. Rojo, Albany, Georgia. Her and Julio watching. Baker County, the Cheever Town crew are watching. Dale and Emmett Mock from Blakely, Georgia. Old Mullet, Ricky Carpenter watching. Arthur and Johnny Ogg and Michael Middleton watching.
And I like them all.
Fred Helms is watching over on this side of the river, as is Don Clemens, Michael Eford, and Tony Bonnie Lane watching, and a whole lot
Enterprise,
more. Georgia. Mm-hmm. Yeah, KW Keene off the radio called me this week. He says, "Could you please tell me where is Enterprise, Georgia?" And
Hooterville. That's what they call it. Hooterville too. Enterprise in Hooterville.
Hooterville's a subdivision.
Yeah, it's a subdivision of Enterprise.
That's right.
Hooterville is a little tiny subdivision of Enterprise. Enterprise it kind of commingulates with the Flat Creek community.
I thought it was
okay.
I thought Enterprise was a subdivision of the Flat Creek community.
Well, it's close. They kind of consolidated and commingulated.
Well, now wait a minute. Enterprise is west of Spring Creek, correct?
Oh, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's part of the, I guess it would be part of that Flat Creek community.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah. It's called a jurisdiction.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Who did you say the law was going to be over there, Marvin?
Where, in the Hooterville community or where?
In the greater
Flat Creek community.
Wait, hold it. I ain't got no law there in the Flat Creek community. It's everybody is do whatever, do your own thing, brother.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do your own thing.
Floyd, you ain't gonna believe this. The Willanook community is logged in and watching us tonight.
Praise be. I hadn't heard from that boy in a while. I know him well.
Willanook is watching.
Yeah, he used to call in on Charlie all the time.
Yes, sir.
He'd report how much rain he got, didn't he, Charlie?
And the Willanook Farms. That's right.
Farm. You know, he told me one time he got him a cabin back in there somewhere in Baker County. Got a nice home there, big farm. He said he put up a special. Don't you listen to this, Charlie? Said he put up a special TV antenna just so he could watch you, so he could keep up with what was going on when you was on the TV show. Now that's how important it was for him to know what was going on. In his surroundings, you know.
He told me the exact same thing.
He wasn't interested in Albany. See, he's 25 miles from Albany. He wasn't interested in Albany, what's going on up there. Interested in what's going on the Charlie Platt show in Sewega, in the southeastern United States. That matters. But good to see you, Raj. Thank you for tuning in, buddy.
Boys, y'all ain't gonna believe this. Nadine, Floyd's wife, is communicating here with him. Guess who's watching us? Tucker Smith from Detroit, Michigan.
Great.
Oh,
that's her nephew. Mm-hmm. That's her nephew from
Detroit,
Michigan.
That's on up there now. You had to take a left. You had to take a left when you get to Damascus to get there.
That's it.
And keep traveling. I've been to Detroit one time. I went to Detroit. Y'all ever been to Detroit?
I've been to Detroit.
I went to Detroit. I went back in there about 1972.
See, it's changed a lot.
It's pretty rough back then. We were riding. We was up there going up there to look at some bunch of shop equipment, big fabricating equipment. I went with some hoodlums down there from Decatur County, and we rode up there to look at this big shop equipment, metalworking stuff, brakes and everything like that. we met the broker up there, and he said, "Get in my car and ride with me." And he had a hammer and a crowbar laying in his seat side of him. I had a photo car, old beat up photo car. So you don't. We was on a nice new Thunderbird. So you don't need to be on that. Not going where we going. He said, "You get in my car. So you leave your car here at the motel. You get in my car." He had a crowbar and a hammer, and laying by him in the seat. He said, "Now I'm telling you what's fixing to happen." He said, "If anybody comes up to this car," he said, "first thing I'm gonna try to do is run over them." He said, "If I can't run over them, if I try to get in this car, said I'm fitting to bust their brains out. Are y'all good with that?" And we said, "Yeah, let's roll, baby." Well, that was 1972 Detroit. I can imagine how it's deteriorated since then.
That's what 48 years.
That's right. That
I can't remember what year I went. Kim had a gymnastic meet in Toledo, Ohio. And so we was in Toledo and we was going to go to Canada. So to get to Canada, you had to drive to Detroit and go across. You could go under a tunnel across the bridge, I believe. You could choose. We done one time and one the other. I always wanted to go to Canada because I knowed when I got to Canada, the first thing I was going to see was bears out there in the woods and them salmon jumping in the river and all that. I was going to get to see all that kind of stuff. The first thing I saw when I got to Canada, the very first driveway in Canada, do you know what it is?
What is it, McDonald's?
McDonald's. That's exactly what it is. McDonald's. We had to go through 2 hours of getting out of the van and let them search the van in customs to go to McDonald's.
Lord have mercy.
So I didn't. Detroit, North Canada impressed me. I'll be honest with you.
Chris, let me tell you this. I'm gonna be short with it, but I'm gonna tell you this is a human interest story. The big mural that we got painted here in Colquitt, the biggest one I reckon in the east of the Mississippi or whatever. My wife arranged for that to happen. She contracted with the guy, the painter who painted it. He spent months here painting that thing in the heat of the summer. But he was trying to get from Canada to the United States of America. Now, he's a professional who already signed a contract with him. I don't know how many thousands of dollars to paint that thing. He was a professional. He had a passport. He was legal, 100% legal. He had a place to stay when he got here, everything. They wouldn't let him leave Canada to come into the United States. The United States wouldn't let him in. What the problem was. And he called my wife, Nadine, and said, "Look," I said, "I can't get out of Canada." He said, I can't get out of Canada. I can't get into the United States. She told him, she said, "Get on an airplane, fly to Mexico, and we'll come down there and pick you up and drive you across."
That's right.
He finally got here, but that's how crazy it was. Yeah.
Well, I got to ask this question. I've been had a somebody with an inquiring mind that wants to know the answer to this question, because they've been after me for the last 4 or 5 weeks to ask this question. So I got to ask it, and then it involves Marvin.
Good.
So it involves Marvin. So Marvin, I need to know this. I need to know, did this happen?
All right.
And this is a yes or no answer. Now, I don't need none of that. I need you to come out of your gray area that you love to stay in. Mm-hmm. This is okay. So supposedly, and I can't reveal my source but he supposedly was an eyewitness to this event. Mm-hmm. The story I got, he said, was a few years back, pretty good while back, that you and your family, your mom and your dad and your brother, y'all all went back when Doodle and Bell lived out here south of town out here on Wise Bridge Road.
Yeah, Wise Bridge Road. Yeah.
When I had Wise Bridge Road, said y'all went out there one day and y'all went out there to eat supper with them and just the fellowship and have a good time. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, up come one of these bad thunderstorms like we used to have when we was all little. Mm-hmm. And it come in and it shot in and it got to raining and thundering and lightning and raining and thundering and rained and rained and thundered and lightning and wouldn't let up. Come time for y'all to go home, y'all wouldn't go home. Y'all didn't go home. Y'all decided y'all was going to spend the night with Doodle and Bell. So y'all spent the night with Doodle and Bell, and evidently, somehow or another, my eyewitness was going to go up there and check on Doodle and Bell to make sure they was okay. Didn't know y'all was there. Said they went in the house just about bedtime. Said they went in there and looked, and there was you, your mama, your daddy, your brother, and Doodle and Bill all laying sideways across the same bed because y'all was scared to sleep in the bad weather.
I believe it. I believe that. That's a fact.
Yeah, that was pretty close to the truth.
No fact was the truth.
How close?
That's it. I guarantee you.
Yeah.
Sound like it was real close.
It wasn't sleeping single in a double bed, I can promise you that.
I can see that. I can picture that in my mind. All y'all laying across that one bed. I can see that. He said, no. He said, you can't see it. He said, there ain't no way you could picture what I saw.
They were huddled up. If one goes, we all go.
That's it. Patty Rance Franklin and Brandon Chambliss watching, Wanda and Roger Weikert watching, Jarrett Mott watching, and Carlton and Diane Thomas are watching from Panama City Beach, Florida.
Come on down.
Yeah.
So you just made the list, Weasel, on that one.
Well,
But it was the truth. I know. Hope. We got celebrity status had just entered the building. Don Lane himself is watching. His daughter had to post it because he ain't got no Facebook or no Twitter or no YouTube. But Don Lane is watching of Lane Crop Insurance, one of our fine sponsors.
Oh, he's a good one, Tom. He's a good one to be watching.
But I just want you to know that I'm glad my source is gonna be so glad that y'all owned up to that, because he's been telling that story for a long time, but I can't reveal who my source is.
Oh, I guarantee you, I know I can see it. I know it's true.
Well, my dad just posted on our Facebook and said that was almost the truth. He knows. I will tell you this now. They were bad to like if a thunderstorm come up or a hurricane was coming, they'd want to leave. They'd leave,
go to pause. They'd go to pause.
Right. Let's ride.
Yeah, they ride. Go so Frog Wells, who was Marvin's cousin, my buddy Frog Wells, he said he got tired of getting up in the middle of the night. He said he just told him one night, he's about 16, 17. He said, y'all just go home. So I'm just gonna stay here and get blown away. So, he got tired of following them around everywhere.
Well, my informant, he said he ain't figured out yet. Did y'all think all y'all was gonna hold that bed down, or one of y'all was gonna go? All y'all was gonna go? How was it safe with all y'all? But I can't reveal who my You'll never guess who my informant is.
We know who he is. He's a wealth of knowledge too.
Yeah, that he is. But hey, them old folks, now they was a long time ago by that when out at Granny's house. Let me tell you something. If it thundered in Mobile, you got in the closet.
That's right.
You better not come out. And if you had to go to the bathroom, you just went in your britches. It didn't make no difference. You better not come out that closet. Till Granny said you could come out, and we had to go in her bedroom. She had one closet on one side of the bed, one closet on the other. And she got in her other closet, and she was praying. And us grandyoungers, we'd be in that other, and we know not to laugh, we know not to giggle, we know not to do nothing but sit there. And they took that weather stuff serious.
Yes, sir.
And so I had to get every time. I don't see this fella much, but when I see him, he asks, "Have you asked that question yet?" And I know he's watching. He just ain't gonna put it up there.
Floyd, I'm just enamored at the celebrity status that is joining us. Terry Pickle is watching, and listen to this one. Bill Hornsby is watching.
Good, not a lie, man. We all the way down there on Burl Lane Road. Is that where we are? We reaching out down there,
man. I don't know. They don't. FCC's gonna get us because our signal's going too far.
I'm telling you.
Oh yeah, we got them up in Virginia watching.
Detroit, Michigan, down to Burl Lane Road, Georgia.
I bet they go further down. I bet it's further south down. I bet down there around the Sunday line.
Hey, Floyd, you reckon we'd be popular in Detroit?
No, man. Yeah. We wouldn't last in Detroit.
What would they do to us, Floyd, in Detroit?
I got a quote here from Jay Wright. It says, Halloween, full blue moon, and the dirt road sports on Saturday night. What else could we ask for?
Man, thank y'all for watching. I just want to thank y'all for watching. And let me tell y'all what we doing now. Let me tell you, we don't have no script. We ain't here to entertain y'all. what we do, we four close friends is having a conversation, and y'all have invited us into y'all's house to listen to it, and I appreciate that. It makes me feel good that that we got folks out there that still got a sense of humor and that listen to us. And we don't mean no harm to nobody. We just say what's on our mind. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, we're not gonna change. We're not gonna soften up any. And
No.
we're not gonna be insensitive to anybody. So,
And if we have not offended you, just hold on. We'll get to you.
Hold on.
We'll get around to you after a while. No, it ain't gonna be no harm by it now. It's just the truth. That's all we do.
Now,
we just tell the truth. Anybody out there wants to call us out on a lie, don't waste your time because we ain't gonna listen to you.
What was it that the director of the Georgia Fire Academy said about? He said we didn't. So anyway, the gist of it was we was equal opportunity offenders.
Right.
We offended everybody.
Yeah.
So
and some people are so easily offended. I mean, some people are easily. You can say good morning to some people, and they say, "What'd you say? What's wrong with you?
What's wrong?
What do you want?" Yeah.
That's right.
We different than that. We just plain old country folks. That's all we are, y'all, and we ain't gonna change. We ain't gonna get no better. We may get worse, but we ain't gonna get no better.
And a lot of it hinges on what happens on Tuesday. Now, saying that, you got some of that video ready? And
let me see.
While we show this, when we show it, Mr. Pat, you're good to have you along. Chris Dick is with us. Steve Floyd, Pill Pusher, retired, is with us. Now, I want to know, and you could post it on your Facebook page you're watching on, how many folks knew there was going to be a big parade, Donald Trump parade, in Dothan today? I didn't know it till last night.
I can't pick up Dothan TV no how. I wouldn't watch it if I could pick it up, but I can't pick it up no how. So I wouldn't know. I ain't seen nothing on Facebook. I ain't seen nothing nowhere, on the line. I ain't seen nothing nowhere about no Donald Trump parade.
Let's roll a little bit of that footage. Charlie sent me some today.
Was it today, Charlie?
Today, yes, sir. Started off
rolling.
Motorcycles. They started down there around Cowboys in the parking lot. There were motorcycles, there was Jeeps, there was SUVs, there were boats. Just folks having a good time, showing their support for the President of the United States of America. Veterans down there cooking. And
they are lined up.
Right, you ain't seen nothing. I mean, this came on and it went on and on and on and on and on and on and on. But look at all that. Can you believe that?
That was in Dothan, Alabama this afternoon on the Ross Clark Circle.
This morning at 9 o'clock.
Let me tell y'all what I saw this morning on the line. It was a Trump motorcade. It was in New York, not New York City, New York State. It was 83 miles long in New York State. A Trump continuous motorcade. Now, tell me these people ain't moved up in this country. They have moved up.
They need to keep on.
Mariana too today. I don't know how big it was, but there was one in Mariana, Florida today too.
And they just keep on coming. Look at that. We've seen 100 Jeeps pass just while we were watching.
Yeah.
And
just lined up.
Yes, sir. Keeping on, and we're not showing this over and over again. No. This is all.
Yeah.
I didn't know
there's that many Jeeps in Alabama.
That's what I'm thinking to say. And I mean, folks having a good time. Nobody getting out of line anyway. Oh yeah.
Please, I had that here said, Ronnie and the Wells and his family are watching. We love our cook.
Can you believe?
The Wells is tight. They keep
Well, it's thicker than water, ain't it, Floyd?
I'm telling you, man. I always say
that. Man, I'm gonna tell you that. Charlie, thank you for that video there. That's a lot of good video. I wanna. What was that? Oh, that was Charlie on there. All right. We gotta hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. I lost my earbud there. Good night. Sorry. All right. We got a caller on the line. I don't know who it is. Caller, you are live on the Charlie Platt and Dirt Road Sports Show.
Yes, I wanted to tell you. I wanted to tell you about my COVID test. I just come to feel violated by it, but I can tell you about my COVID test.
All right, go ahead. What happened with your COVID test?
Well, you expose, you got to have a COVID test. So I went to get my COVID test. Of course, COVID-19 is not as bad as Biden 2020.
Yeah.
But they take you, you're sitting in your car. They come over there with a stick, got a cotton ball on it, and it's sort of like the stalk of a cotton plant with the cotton bowl on it, and they go up your nose. They call it a swab. Yeah. Swab my butt. It's a log. But let me tell you one more thing. They tilt your head back. Now they make you drop your mask over your mouth, but your nose has got to be exposed, and then they stand way back from you like they're going to catch something. And they run their arm way out there 2 or 3 feet in front. They snap that up to your nose, stand back. Of course, you done paid them, and they're still scared. And they say it'll be a little uncomfortable my blood. They plunge that stick into parts of your brain you ain't never even thought out of. And then while you're recovering, and after you paid, they give you the verdict. They still stand back from the car, even though you got a negative verdict. And I'm glad I'm negative, and I ain't afraid of dying. I know I'm going to heaven, but I'm just afraid the way I'm going to get there,
Oh, mercy.
It was a good day. I'm blessed. I do not have COVID-19, and I hope I don't get Biden 2020.
Amen, brother. I'm on your side.
Me too.
Thank you for calling us, brother.
My wife is demanding I reveal my identity, but I know Billy, but I can't give all my friends' names. Billy knows me real well.
I know a lot of sports.
Yeah. This is Ted, Billy. This is Ted. So Ted, Billy.
Ted who? I know several Teds.
Yeah, it's the one with last name with an A.
Oh yeah. Are you from Albany?
Yeah, I could. Yeah, I may be.
Lord have mercy, son. We need to get you on sometime.
Yeah, I
do interviews. I do interviews.
He can do Archibald Barrel song.
Tell us again how long that stick was.
It plunges in the parts of your brain ain't never had no cerebral activity. It's down there when God said, let's make the brain, and he started at the back, went forward, where his hands moved, never had no neurons in it, so that stick imposed and violated on it.
Oh, buddy. Love you, Teddy. Love you, buddy.
Okay, listen, y'all are doing wonderful. Keep up the good work and keep your train rolling.
Got it, baby.
Truck train.
We're gonna do that.
Okay, love y'all.
Love
y'all.
Oh my, what a mess! What a mess! All right, boys, we got to pay some bills for a minute. So if we can, let's get ready to hear a word from one of our sponsors, the good folks at South Georgia Solutions. And he called me tonight before the show and said, if you mention the Dirt Road Sports, any security plan that you do with them, they will cover your first month's cost free, just by mentioning you saw it on the Charlie Platt and Dirt Road Sports Show. They'll cover your first month free, and we're proud of them. The good folks at Southern Solutions. Watch this commercial, and we'll be right back.
South Georgia Solutions, your premier choice for protection in the Wiregrass area. South Georgia Solutions provides the latest technology in monitored alarm systems, video surveillance, and driveway detection. Contact them today for your flexible, customizable, and affordable security packages. Call Michael or Terry today at 229-416-1500. South Georgia Solutions, they aim to please.
And we want to say thank you to Michael and Terry Cunningham, South Georgia Solutions. Don't forget, tell them you heard about it on Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports, and you get your free first month of monitoring on them. And we appreciate them. And boys, that was good to have a call from old Ted. I hadn't seen him
I
in
love
ages.
that boy. He's one of my best buddies in the whole world. Now, if he won't make you, if he won't entertain you, if he won't pick your spirits up, you got a cold sweet potato fire.
Yeah. Something wrong with you.
Miss Shirley Sheffield and Brother Wayne's watching us tonight. Brandon Chambliss, Jackie Snodgrass King, Mandy and Trey Long. Oh man, we got them all over the place tonight. So we want to.
Marvin, let me interject here. A good friend of mine up in Baker County, Bill and Miss Carol Brown and Matt Brown and they got a Will Brown. They called me the other day, and I forgot about this, Bill. If y'all watch it, they wanted a video. They wanted us to send them a video. At Queensland, we have videos, don't we?
Oh man,
I have some in my. We got video. How much are they? What do we charge for them things, shipping and all?
Oh no, y'all, Marvin, the money man. There it is, right there. That is the very first show that we ever did, right there. It's got the behind the scenes with the piano player chauffeur. It's got all of that. The very first live show, the one you were talking about a while ago, Marvin, that the sheriff was at.
Olive Theater.
This is it right now.
Live show.
Yeah. We got a very few of them left. They in real limited supply. Matter of fact, the Smithsonian has reached out to us and would like to make sure they get one to put in a display case. So, but we'll get cousin Bill and Nadine just come on and said she's got 6 at your house, Floyd.
Yeah, I saw them. She located them. So I just want to get if y'all want, get a hold of Marvin there. That's the best one to get a hold to on his text him your address, and we'll send you one, and you can pay us when your Social Security check comes in. How about that? Or when your stimulus check comes in, you can pay us.
Well, Charlie done said the man said we get the check. He
get them. They get them in Alabama.
No. He said he got you one.
Oh, I got the stimulus check. I didn't see his name nowhere on there. I didn't see his name on there nowhere, Charlie.
Sam Bishop's name, what?
Wasn't on mine. I got one.
Georgia.
Donald Trump's name on mine.
Okay, well, I figured you got one.
Can't get no more. Nancy Pelosi's got all that shut down.
Hey, you want to send her a video?
Yeah, let's send her one. No, I ain't. No, I ain't wasting my time. I ain't running my blood pressure up on account of that fool.
She ain't worth $4 to mail it.
She ain't worth 40 cents.
Have you been into your library, Floyd, this week?
Been reading? Yeah, man.
Yeah,
got some more short books here. Yeah. Y'all want to hear about them? Y'all want to hear about them?
Yeah, go ahead. You ain't got no short list?
Well,
I got a short list.
Let me do this for Lisa Mixon. Pictures are coming up soon. Dawn Gardner, Panama City, Billy Smith, Tim Pitchford, Ray Bergman, the wild left-handed bass player for the Hank Williams Jr. crew in the Bama Band for I don't know how many years. K.W. Keene, Nick Snellgrove, Floyd. Let's see. What about the John Deere 4760?
Don't know nothing about no 4760. Which one?
Oh, he said with 3.8 hours, sold at Ritchie Brothers auction in Canada for $195,000.
I don't doubt it. Don't doubt it at all. That's right.
That's
3.8 hours. They bought it and put it in the barn, and it stayed there.
Evidently, it did.
Crazy money, man. Crazy.
Oh, they watching up in up around Milford. Trey Bryan just come on and said his daddy wants one, and if he wants us to autograph it too. So we'll be glad to do it.
You'll be glad to do it. We're gonna get it to you. I'm sorry, Bill. That's my fault, man. I'm sorry. I've been bothering with this old knee and all this kind of stuff, arthritis and everything. I'm just wearing out. My universal joints is going out on me. It ain't make me think like I ought to think sometimes. Some of y'all out there might be in the same place.
Overhaul time.
What about you want to hear some of the list, Tim?
What kind of good? Yeah.
Here's a real short list here. All of these are in competition with one another, whichever one is the shortest. Names of the people who actually like Hillary Clinton. This short listing of Amish beauty parlors. Here's a short list here. Short list of Pentecostal makeup parlors. They gonna pull, some of them they done pull this plug on us right there, Marvin. We lost some of our Pentecostal brothers and sisters, I think, then. Especially the sisters. I can see them now. I can see their Pentecostal sisters looking over at the husband. Did you hear that?
Well, hey, you know,
I don't mean it. I'm just playing with y'all. I don't mean it. I didn't say, Lord forgive me.
But the best thing, I heard a Pentecostal preacher talking about that one time about women wearing makeup. He said, I ain't never seen a barn that couldn't use a fresh coat of paint every now and then.
Hey, he wasn't a reformed Pentecostal.
Wanda Rocker's watching.
Yeah, Wanda Rocker, yeah. She wasn't a reformed Pentecostal. Here's a short list here. Sentences that Joe Biden has completed. Brands of sentences that Joe Biden has completed.
Maybe the shortest one you've ever read.
Yeah.
It was right here. Brands of whiskey that Nancy Pelosi will not drink. Here's a good one here. Guides for Roman Catholics speaking in tongues.
What about gonna run every one of our Pentecostals?
I'm gonna run all out on this. Millennials who can change a flat tire.
That's a good one.
Name one. Call one in if you got a millennial out there who can change a flat tire. Text Marvin in. All right, here. Let's see. What is another one here? Here one. This is serious stuff here now. Democrat politicians. This is one you got to think about. Think about this now. This is heavy. This is deep. Democrat politicians who have contracted the COVID-19.
Yeah.
Hey.
How many you heard? Tell me one. Name one. Y'all call in out there in liberal land. Let us know.
Liberal land.
Yeah, liberal land. Y'all let us hear from you. How many Democrat politicians have contracted COVID-19? Just saying. All right, here's one. Here's the last and least. This last one. This is a short list too. This is concerning politics, if you will. Number of Republican voters who have been hauled to the polls in a church van. Come on. Let me hear from y'all. Hey, man, we can have that fun. Hey, I'm telling y'all, I done told y'all, we ain't gonna change. We ain't gonna get no better. We may get worse, but we ain't gonna get no better. So if any of y'all out there, any of y'all in liberal land out there, if y'all voted for Barack Hussein Obama the first time, I'm gonna forgive y'all. If y'all voted for him again the second time, you're unforgiven. And if you are thinking about or have done voted for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris, go away. Turn me off. Turn me off right now, because I ain't wasting my breath on you. So, that's all I'm saying. That's all. Hey, what did Forrest Gump say? That's all I'm gonna say about that.
That's all I'm gonna say about that.
That's it. KW King reporting halftime. Bama 27, Mississippi State 0.
They ought to be ashamed. They say, Marvin, you got anything you want to talk? Y'all got anything you want to talk about right now? Y'all want me to show y'all a picture?
Go ahead and show us a picture.
I'm gonna show y'all a picture, Marvin. I'm gonna see if you recognize this picture. This is from December the 7th of 1978.
Scouts visit log cabin. I bet I'm in there. No,
you are in this picture. You in it. You right down on the front row, that little old blonde-headed fella down there on the front row.
Yep.
That little old short one right there. That's you right there.
Yeah.
Y'all was visiting up there with Mr. Tommy Rentz. Tommy Rentz on the Bethel Road near Bank. No, that one must be Was that no? That wasn't in Baker County. This was another Tommy Rentz, Bethel Road.
It was
near
in
Bainbridge.
Bainbridge. Yep.
Near
Yep.
Bainbridge.
Yep.
Mr. Rentz
Marvin
told
was
him,
one.
he built
He
the
was one of
cabin.
them big time scouts. Wasn't you, Marvin? Didn't you go all the way to the top?
I went to Eagle. Yes, sir.
That's what I thought. That was a pretty good accomplishment, even if you did do it.
Listen
Yeah,
to
I'm
this
telling
one.
you.
I'm gonna read y'all this story here a little bit. It ain't long. It won't take long to read this. I'm gonna read y'all who was there and what they done. Attending were front row Tony Kirkland, Michael Cobb, Corey Thomas, Jeremy Patterson, Jason Lovering, Jamie McVeigh. Middle row, Trav Pickle, Ralph Rutledge, Donnie Cox, McCraven Bush, Les Shiver, Scott Brown, Stacy Sheffield, and Mr. Tommy Rentz. In the back row, your leaders back there was Miss Faye Rutledge, who put up with no foolishness from y'all, period. I can tell you that. And Susan Patterson, not pictured as Mabel Shiver. If Mabel had been there, y'all would have sure enough been walking and talking. Here's what they done. See, they were invited for the activity day and with a demonstration. Can y'all imagine seeing Marvin doing this? Marvin with firearm safety training.
It was muskets.
And target practice and competition. Here's the best part. This is from the Miller County Liberal of 1978. Just in case y'all wondered. Afterwards, the group enjoyed treats from the Dairy Queen before returning home. Marvin got started early on them Dairy Queens.
Yeah, he did. I bet he's the man that picked where they were going.
Yeah,
I
y'all
am-
had fun, didn't you, Marvin? Wasn't that, you won't never forget that, will you, Marvin?
I ain't no stranger. I am no stranger to a blizzard or a Slurpee. I promise you that.
But I found
I'll
out I
have
was
to
thumbing
attest
through
to
some of
that.
them old liberals, and I found that.
You right now. I mean, Miss Faye and Miss Mabel, son, you walk the chalk line. They jerk a knot in your rear end as soon as they had to look around.
That's right. They wasn't no negotiating with y'all, was it?
There
They
wasn't gonna be no
negotiate.
giving them no lip.
That's what I thought.
If
That's
you
what I
you
thought.
gave them lip, next thing you know, you'd have a fat lip.
You'd have a lip.
Be
Mhm.
reached up and backhanded you.
Mhm. That was the
was
days,
a-
man.
Yep.
It was the days. We need more of them.
1978. Wow.
Now, young'uns is full control. They run the show. But anyway, I'm an expert on raising young'uns. I ain't never had none, so I'm an expert. Hey, versus me. So that's about it for me. Now I ain't nothing else I can come up with other than other center.
Marvin-
Maybe you can give me
Marvin,
something that y'all go
Did
ahead.
you say Mullet Carter was
Mullet was on live. Yes, sir. I
Yeah,
guess
he-
he still is.
he mentioned something to me about wanting me to tell a story one day, but I'm gonna tell the one that he don't want me to tell. I'm gonna tell a story on him. One time we were going back, me and him and his brother-in-law and Junior Richardson was going. We headed to New Orleans, Louisiana, to the Sugar Bowl. We went out there to watch. We're gonna go out and watch Georgia play in the Sugar Bowl, and so we was gonna leave. We left Concord about, I'm gonna say, I can't remember exactly, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning. Anyhow, his wife had got up and cooked him some scrambled eggs for breakfast. So we was going down the road. We're in a little bitty Honda. I had my wife's little bitty Honda car, and it was packed in there pretty tight. We was going down the road, and he got sort of like you do there, Marvin. He got in that certain way that he needed to stop. So we was going.
Kind of
You
like
remember when
Bookie.
you remember when you used to go through, when we'd go to the beach, you remember we'd go to Mayground and we'd go the back way and go down there by the spring, what was them caves and caverns. You remember what I'm talking about? You didn't go all the way in, you went through down there, right there before you crossed the river. Well, right after you cross the Chipola River and them caves, there's a little old bitty, come down to the bottom of the hill, there's a little old bitty convenience store over on the left. Well, that was the only thing that we seen in Mayground of Florida that was open. The Mullet said, you just got to stop. Said, there ain't no way around it. You got to stop. I can't go near another inch. So we come whooping in there. He looked back like you did that day. You come out the truck where you had done it. them 3 extra large orders of gizzards, fried gizzards, and little old store. It was full of people in there getting coffee, and they had fresh donuts and biscuits. And Mullet went in there, and he sounded about like Floyd said. Bookie sounded right on through there. And in a few minutes, we got to looking up, and here come folks coming out the store. Mullet he cleaned the store out. The man what was running the cash register himself left out the door. Mullet cleaned the place out. Bought him an extra large bottle of Pepto-Bismol. We headed down the road. We got on I-10 and we got going down the road a little bit. He said, we got to stop again. Couldn't find it. Wasn't nowhere to stop. Wasn't nowhere to stop. He said, next overpass you come to, he stop. So the next overpass I come through, I stopped, and he spray painted. He spray painted that thing that hold up the bridge, that support holding up that bridge, and all from 2 eggs, two scrambled eggs. Old Mullet, he was one more.
Them eggs. He needs to. It might have been something before them eggs, the night before them eggs that was kind of coagulating and all that.
It could have been, but you know
what? Kind of like Bookie. You remember Bookie's?
Oh yeah, yeah, oh, yeah. Like but I didn't get mad about none of that. I was fine with that. You know what he did? Let me tell you what Mullet Carpenter did. We got out there, and I can't remember who we were playing. Penn State, somebody. Anyway, we lost. We lost a football game, and he went up to one of their fans and shook the hand and said it was a good game. It made me so mad. Yeah, I made them all get in the car, and we drove back home.
I would too. I'd come out. Wouldn't that stay out there?
Drove all the way back home. No,
Him going over like shaking like us. One time we was in Auburn over there, and we whooped them. And man, we just didn't get to the automobile. I ain't never seen such a mad bunch of folks in my life over there. They want to fight everybody and cuss everybody and throw biscuits and throw food, folks, and all that kind of stuff. Man, we got in that car and come back to Georgia. I ain't been back to the plains. Man, them folks over there.
Hey, boys, today's Halloween and the kids go out trick-or-treating, and I want to throw this up. This is the cutest costume I have seen all week long. Somebody had it posted on Facebook. If you will, Judson, put that picture up of the little kid in the red suit there for us. Let me see if he's still in here.
He may be out there.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
Yeah.
It's a child that is dressed up like Mimo, the governor of Alabama.
I saw that. That's
Jordan and Charlie's hero.
Yeah. That is a little Mimo right there. I'm talking about to the T, the hair, and I couldn't get the other one to come up, but she had one with an Auburn mask on. But that is that right there would win the Halloween costume of the year right there. A little Mimo.
Yep. She needs Charlie, a cigarette. All she needs is a cigarette. She'd be fit.
Yeah.
Charlie, he talked.
Glass of scotch. Go ahead.
He talked big. Marvin talked big while he's sitting over here in Georgia. When we went to Alabama the other day, go look at that fire truck. We couldn't hardly get him to get out of the truck over in Alabama. He was scared Mima was gonna get him. He was scared Mima was gonna get him.
He knows. She knows where he's at.
Yeah. She watching Marvin.
She coming to call quit when she gets out of office.
Well, I'm a politician to go in Alabama, according to you.
Well, they're spending money over here. You can't, you can't argue with that.
Can't argue with that.
I still am disappointed that Floyd B. Lloyd gave Sanford Bishop such a bad name on this thing that we do here.
I know it.
And I've heard all those commercials about the wonderful thing. And there's a woman that does a testimonial
on Sanford's behalf.
Yeah.
She
her husband got sick and she couldn't get the help she needed, but she called Sanford Bishop and he just
there he was.
We moved the Georgia state line.
What's that?
Didn't have to sell the farm. She thought she was gonna have to sell the tractors, but she didn't have to do that. Sanford Bishop did.
He done it.
Let me ask y'all this, and I don't mean it sacrilegiously, but has he ever been seen walking on the water?
I never have seen him. I ain't never seen him walking nowhere. Somebody's always driving him around.
Okay.
I don't think I have.
I've seen him. I saw him one time. I remember one time he was trying to line him up a car in Miller County so he could be in the parade. And a certain fella told him that He wanted him a convertible so somebody could drive him in the Mayhaw Parade. And a certain fella told him, said, I don't think you probably need to come over here. He said, why? He said, I can't find nobody over here to drive you nowhere. That's right that's right after they had the Obamacare passed, shoved down our throats.
I believe that I was the head of the parade that year, the grand marshal, wasn't I?
Not on that one. He might have been. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you was.
Yeah,
he was. In Concord. That's right.
I asked where Sanford Bishop was, and I heard that story. So it wasn't y'all that told you that he ain't coming. I said, why? He said, we didn't want him.
Yeah.
All right, Charlie, we got about 3 minutes. How about taking us home?
If you are one of the 63 million who have already voted, thank you. But if you're not one of the 63 million, as the old saying goes, come hell or high water, go Tuesday and cast your ballot. Now, we're not going to tell you who to vote for. We just tell you who we support and don't support. But do go to the polls and vote and realize that this country, we've had fun laughing and joking tonight, but this country is in a battle. You know, when I hear Biden and Camilla talk about the soul of America, makes me want to throw up. They wouldn't know what soul was if it fell on them. But we are in a battle, and the battle is good versus evil. It ain't got nothing to do with conservative versus liberal or Republican versus Democrat. It's good versus evil. It all boils down to it. Read the book. It's called the Holy Bible. As somebody said last week, if you ain't seen it in a while, find what cabinet you've got it stashed in, knock the dust off, and do you some reading. Don't go with Floyd's shortest list there. Go with a long one. All the books. And, we need to keep America free, and I hope and pray that we do that. I also want to pray keep praying for all the folks that's affected by COVID. It's out there, and keep folks in your prayers. Back to you, Floyd.
Thank you, Charlie. I'm gonna echo what Charlie said. I'm gonna go a little further with it. There's no such thing as a liberal anymore in the United States of America. There's no such thing as a liberal, and I said this last week. There's no liberals left. They are all of them. They're radicals. They're socialists, and they ain't a dime's worth of difference in a socialist and a communist. You better vote. No, I ain't gonna tell you what you better do. If you want your life to continue to get better, and you want the lives of your children and your grandchildren to get better, you better put Donald Trump back in there. No, I ask you to put Donald Trump back in there, because if Biden and Kamala Harris gets it, the world as we know it, my friends, is over. We love y'all. We thank y'all for letting us come into y'all's house tonight. Y'all, I tell you, I'm gonna tell you what I want y'all to do. I tell you, I'm gonna make a deal with you. Y'all pray for us, and we'll pray for y'all.
Amen.
That's a good deal. 3 things. Number 1, all my life, through all the schools that I did attend, and everywhere I've ever been, I've always heard one thing, that the President of the United States is the most powerful person in the world. And here I am hearing that if Joe Biden gets elected president, that there's 4 women called the squad demanding what he's going to do and already telling him what he's going to do. That right there ought to tell you that something ain't right if he's supposed to be the most powerful man in the world, and somebody that 3-4 years ago was a bartender is going to tell him what he needs to do. I got a problem with that. Number 2, I buried a very, very close friend this week. He was ready. Folks, we don't know what tomorrow holds. We live life like we got it forever. Let me tell you something. If you ain't got things right with Jesus, don't go to bed the night before you do, because you don't know that you're going to wake up in the morning. And then to finish out, I got a little bit of words of wisdom here that I want you to think about and just remember this maybe. Matter of fact, I need to listen to this a lot of times myself. A smart person knows what to say. but a wise person knows whether to say it or not. Think about that. Marvin?
Very good. Very good. I want to remind you of something coming up on November the 21st at TK's. They're going to have a benefit for Jalen Kelly. Jalen suffered a stroke, and they're trying to help raise money for her family expenditures, and that'll be on November the 21st. We'll give you a little bit more information about that. I want to say a big thank you to our sponsor, Michael and Terry Cunningham, Southern Solutions. Mentioned to them, you heard about them on the Charlie Platt and the Dirt Road Sports Show. Want to encourage you, vote, 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 vote. If you don't vote, you do not have a right to gripe. Number two, I want to tell you in the morning, go to church. If you can't go to church, if you're homebound because of the COVID, turn on your TV and watch someone on Facebook or YouTube. There's plenty of preachers on there proclaiming the message of the gospel. And the third thing I want to tell you today is let's pray for this country. If you want to do the best thing you can do above and beyond voting is get on your knees and pray. Bible says in the book of 2 Chronicles 7:14, if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, I will hear their prayers from heaven and I will heal their land. And I believe that with all of my heart. Again, we want to give a big shout out tonight and are praying for the family of Sheriff Scott Worsley. We loved him and we love y'all and are praying for you. Thank you for inviting us into your home tonight. We appreciate it. We will be back this same time, same place next week. We love all of you. God bless you. Have a great evening.
Good
See
night.
y'all.
Good night, y'all.